Welcome to the Cosmic Busker. My name is Bobby Cody. In this video, I want to take a look at an article I just came across. It regards the NASA's Mars Opportunity Rover. The NASA Mars Opportunity Rover, it landed on Mars about 15 years ago. It's only supposed to be about a 3-month mission. Ended up lasting for about 15 months. At this point, according to NASA, a dust storm is coming towards the Opportunity Rover. They expect it to wipe it out. So they essentially took a whole bunch of pictures and created a panorama. I'm going to provide links to 2 articles, one from JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The other news article is from CNET. You can take a look at both news articles. They also display the panorama. But what I did was I took a look at the panorama real quick, and I just wanted to go over some of the details on the panorama. And I just want to show how easy it is to find evidence that Mars once did have an ancient civilization on it. It's beyond mind-boggling that NASA doesn't go and look at these very curious artificial looking objects and spend a lot of time on them and analysis of them and give us their analysis on them. Some people speculate that NASA is doing their analysis on these strange artificial looking objects. They just don't share them with the public. Regardless, it took me about 15 minutes. I looked through the panorama real quick, took a look at the most obvious artificial looking objects. I want to show those to you real quick, analyze them real quick, nothing big. This ties in with one of my previous videos. It's going to be a series I'm doing. The name of this series, Ancient Mars Civilization. I'm going to provide a link to that below, at least to part 1. Going to be recording part 2 in the next day or 2, so that'll be coming soon. So right now I'm going to switch over to some of these photos. I essentially took screenshots, enlarged them, and set an arrow to point right to what to me is a very apparent artificial object, and we'll go over why it appears to be an artificial object, and give a little bit of background on Mars as well, possibly. So let's go to that right now. Okay, so this is what the full panorama that the NASA Mars Opportunity Rover looks like. I encourage you to go and take a look at it yourself. Now, the first object I immediately found that looked artificial was this triangular looking object that the arrow points to. If you look closely, you can see that the outer edges make a triangle and the inner edges make a triangle as well. When you see that type of inner and outer shape both matching, that's a hallmark of artificiality, almost certainly. In addition, to the right of the triangle, you see the dark and shiny objects. To me, those look artificial as well. Next, I found what appears to be a rectangular block of masonry. Look at all those angles. Again, appears artificial. And here we have an arch type of structure. Once again, take a look at it. To me, that looks artificial. In addition, right behind it, or the top of this photo, you see another object with an arch type structure. Again, looks artificial. Now, here what we have in the panorama, NASA referred to as a small hill on the edge of Endurance Crater. As soon as I saw it, I said, almost certainly that's probably a massive structure that was covered up with debris. So now you can see the arrow that I created. That's so you'll be able to find this on your own. But we're going to go in closer and take a look at what that arrow is pointing to. Now, if you take a close look directly below the point of the arrow, you'll see three corners. You can see one corner coming from the upper right, another from the bottom left, and another essentially down the middle almost, a little angle. To me, it's pretty obvious. This is some type of rectilinear structure. You don't get this type of angles being created by nature. If you look closely, there's little doubt this is an artificial structure buried. So what I did here was I simply took this large panorama that was provided by NASA. They actually provide buttons right on the panorama. You can just go in, click the button to enlarge. You can scroll back and forth, zoom in. It's just that simple, and you can easily confirm that everything that I showed you comes directly from NASA. Appears to my eyes to be natural. I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, if you see one of these things in an area, you say, well, yeah, maybe that's artificial, maybe. When you see them over and over and over and over again, all over the place, there's little doubt. You don't get that type of regular structured shapes scattered all over the place. What we're looking at is a debris field because Mars suffered a planet-wide catastrophe. As I have mentioned in one of my past videos, I'll provide a link. Ancient Mars was destroyed in a nuclear catastrophe. So thanks for viewing. I highly suggest you go into that panorama yourself. I'll provide links. Links will be up here, down below. Take a look yourself, confirm what I'm saying. You know, do it yourself. Do the investigation yourself. Make up your own mind about this. Any comments, pro or con? Please leave them down below. And once again, I'll be creating Ancient Mars Civilization Part 2 pretty soon. A Timeline of Discovery Part 2. That'll be done in the next day or two, hopefully. So everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching.